Okay, so just got done at the Goodwill in Hampton at this, used to be a Target. Anyway, it's one of my go-to spots to find some used electronics. They have this electronic store within a store, a bunch of computer junk, and just picked up a computer, 250 bucks plus tax. I don't understand how they charge tax on used stuff, but whatever. Normally I would never buy a Goodwill computer, ever. But the fact that it was a custom case made me curious, so I looked into it. It had a 2600K Intel processor and 16 gigs of Kingston memory, which is not bad. So no graphics card, so we're going to take a look at it between those two parts. Oh, the other kicker was a Corsair all-in-one cooler. I'm not sure which model, so we're going to take a look at that and see if it's worth salvaging. A modular power supply, again, 250 bucks. I think I can make a profit on it. That's going to be the goal. In the meantime, we're going to pick up some cookout. Here's a moment of truth. If I can find the power button. Let's see what we did. Okay, so all it turned out to be was I hadn't actually seated the video cable all the way in. It happens. Internet Explorer 8 of all things. I was getting ready to download Hardware Monitor, and it asked me if I needed the 32-bit or the 64-bit version of the program, and so I thought to myself, I should probably look at this. And so sure enough, I do have 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM, but unfortunately it comes with Windows 7 Home Premium 32-bit, meaning I can only actually use 3.41 gigabytes of the RAM installed. So without upgrading to a 64-bit operating system, you're not getting what you're paying for. So $250 for 3 gigs of RAM effective. I can fix that, but somebody who were to buy this and not know any better, I kind of feel bad for them. So let's see what else, any other surprises that might come up. The board does allow basic overclocking of just the host frequency, but it won't actually let me change the multiplier. So the only thing I can do is ramp up the host clock frequency, which has the added problem of then overclocking the RAM whether I wanted to or not. So I don't know if I can get around that with this board, but again, it's just a quirk. All right, so when I was in the store, again, you couldn't open the side panel, but you could look inside and kind of get an idea of what was installed. And here we go. All right, got a nice toolless system here for all the stuff. Some basic cable management, I guess. Anyway. Big surprise. When I was in the store, I could tell from looking at an angle that it was a modular power supply, but I had no idea what model it was or if it was a name brand. Pleasantly surprised to see that it's an Antec. Not sure if it's worth anything, but at least it's not a junk brand. The terabyte hard drive, again, we saw in SpeedFan that there were no errors. It's actually held in with just one screw at that one point right there. I'm not sure that's the best way to do it, but yeah, HGST 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM. So SSD would make that all the better. Whoever put this together is that they have it actually set to suck in from the back and blow the air into the case. Considering the front fan's set to blow in, and then this one's blowing in, really they've got kind of a pushing against each other static pressure issue. So just flipping that around would fix that, but again, don't know why they did that one. And this is the disgustingness that I found when I took off the 2 screws that were holding this thing in here. So pretty disgusting. Again, blowing into the computer. I'm wondering if this wasn't somebody's first build. choice of boards is a little bit curious, and it's a lot of thermal paste, and a nice scuzzy fan that hasn't been cleaned in a while. Power supply seems fairly clean though. Alright, so this is the results of our $250 thrift store computer. We got an Intel DZ68DB motherboard, an Intel i7 2600K socket 1155 processor, Corsair Hydro H70 with mounting hardware, Antec NeoPower 650 Blue, some model HE650 semi-modular, which unfortunately only has the Molex connectors. Apparently the SATA connectors were not included. That is quite unfortunate, but they did include these adapters. 16 gigs of Kingston HyperX Blue DDR1333 memory, a 1 terabyte HGST 2.5 7200 RPM laptop hard drive, 2.5 hard drive, what do you want to call it, and a DVD RW drive, light on. Thankfully it's SATA connected. And come to find out, this is an Aerocool PGS VX-R, I believe, value added series. And now we'll see what we can get for all this. The thing you should take away from this is probably that if you're buying any computer secondhand, you need to be careful about what you're buying. It may not have been taken care of properly. It may not have been in the best condition. If it could be put together incorrectly, that's how they did it. Fans were pushing against each other. You paid $250 for a computer that was covered in dust in every area. It's not a good value. The fact that they put a overclocking processor with a non-overclocking board is just a waste of money. It's a waste of the potential of that processor. And again, if somebody were to buy this thinking they already had it together in a complete package, that was a letdown for them. 3.5 gigs of RAM basically, and an overclocking processor that can't be overclocked. So it would have been a disappointment. And yeah, for $250, I would not do it again. The parts, because I knew what I was doing with them, I was able to sell them and eke out a little profit. I wish I had more specific numbers to give you, but because Amazon and eBay don't give you a long time to go back into your history and look at what the prices were when you sold them, it's hard to really give you a specific number. But over time, I think I've made enough back, if not the entire amount of the $250. All I have left is the 1 terabyte hard drive and 2 sticks of RAM, and then this whole computer will have been parted out. And so I hope you learned something from it. I hope you found it interesting or entertaining. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. So when I was doing the video originally a few days ago, I wondered why I had not shot more video of testing the computer or tearing it apart, and thought to myself, that's pretty odd. But I made do with what I had and put in, stock footage and tried to fill it to make it last 5 minutes. And it was almost horrifying and at the same time wonderful when I discovered a folder inside a folder, and that folder was called New Folder, of all the useless names, and in there were 8 clips or 9 clips or 10 clips, I don't know, a whole bunch of footage that had been left from past me, from my future self, to find and enjoy only a day and a half too late. So after all of that, here is the upload, and I hope it was worth it, and I'm glad I found this footage, and sorry for the first draft. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.